Welcome everyone to Real Slick's first podcast. We're gonna call it Real Talk, and I'm here with my brother-in-law Meng Lee.
How's it going, guys? This is the first podcast of Real Slick podcast. Real Slick, Real Talk.
Real Talk.
Real Talk, where we're gonna have the conversations about
The automotive community or like car scene, I guess, and touch upon that and how I was involved or how I gained, like how I like the scene and how I feel about it, I guess.
All right, good. Because my role in this is I'm gonna play the dummy because I really don't know anything about cars.
Okay.
Because I'm all the technical stuff of the video and audio production,
Yeah.
So you can what you say to me will eventually hopefully benefit you guys, the listener.
Yeah.
So tell us how you started. Where did your first experience with cars happen?
Okay. Well, starting off, I'd say like middle school, I don't really have an idea what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But like towards the end of high school, I was like, I like race cars. I don't know if it's because who I am or like the crowd around me. So like everyone likes race cars or like Hmong people like race cars, Hondas and stuff.
Yeah,
so I was
yeah,
like,
man.
So then I remember getting like a RC car during like I'd say like middle school. I'm like, dude, I thought cars were very cool. So we would have race cars. And then I remember my uncle bought like all the kids around like our ages, like my brothers, my cousins. So we all had a car.
Yeah.
And like the radio frequency was messed up or something. So my car controller would like control another car in my brother's car.
Oh, okay.
And then I'd make his car go into the street.
Okay.
and then he would like get super mad about it, like borderline cry. But I mean, like everyone had their own like race car, and so I was like, everyone was like built on that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my car was a Acura RSX Type S, and I was like, ooh man, I want one of those cars growing up.
Yeah.
So I thought to myself, like, you know what, yeah, maybe something car is cool. I mean, before that, I wanted to be an actor. I'm like, oh man, because like whenever I watch a movie and it's
Yeah,
like,
you were pretty good at it, man. When we did that one film.
oh,
way
that's
back
right,
then.
yeah, we
you
did
were
do
really
that. I
good.
remember that.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was really
man.
good, man. You should,
that was
you
funny.
should definitely go back into doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, the opportunities will come, but anyhow, yeah.
Yeah, so after that, towards the high school, I'm like, I got accepted to Fresno State, and I had no idea what I was gonna do at State. I could also go to City, but everyone's like, oh man, go to State. It's Fresno State. But I'm like, I have no idea what I'm gonna do over there.
Yeah.
And I've heard stories like, you don't want to end up in debt, student loans and stuff like that. So I was like, I'll go to City. A lot of people who's been through that tell me to go to like City first, get your general ed, transfer out if you want to. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So I started looking at all the majors. I'm like, automotive technology. I was like, you know what? I like cars. I really did cars. I like the way I want to learn how the functions work. I want to be able to be a mechanic. I want to understand like why does the piston do this? What's the air fuel ratio and all this like stuff. And I wanted to know why like it works or how it works.
Yeah.
So then I started in there, and then I got my first car, which was an Acura Integra GSR, because my dad helped me buy it at the time. I was barely working, but I was like, man, I'm gonna build my own race car, and I want to be in the car scene.
Yeah.
So I was like, that was my first step into it, or the first taste, like. And then my friends started getting cars too.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is really cool. Let's like go to like car meets, do this. Let's go race cars. And I was like, slowly going into it, like going to small meets. You start to see like, oh, the community's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you talk to this guy, he's like, oh man, nice build, bro. Or like, oh, what's this, what's that? And you ask questions, and like, they'll respond to you. And then it's like, okay, there's like a community here. And
Yeah. There's a big community here.
Then I wanted to touch on that, and then I guess that's pretty much how I first started getting into that mindset. Like the car community is really cool, and I want to be more a part of it, and I want people to see how it is and why I fell in love with the car community and the car scene.
Awesome. So I gotta ask you, do you like the smell of gas too?
I like the smell of E85. I don't know if you ever smelled the E85.
I don't know what that is.
E85 is a type of fuel that's made with like corn,
Uh-huh.
and it's like racing fuel. So to
Oh,
say,
really?
yeah. There's only certain
Is
gas
it like-
stations
is
here in
it-
Fresno.
Is that what they use for diesel too?
No, diesel's an entirely different fuel.
Okay.
But 85 is like a
We have a special guest in here, guys.
bring him on down. He wants to talk. Bring him down.
Yeah.
Come on down. Look at this little boy.
So anyhow, so and then this with your first scene in racing, you're in the community. Where did you join the whole Blackstone community too? On
Honestly,
Friday nights.
I wanted to. I thought really hard about it. But I'm like, you know what? My mom and dad's gonna kill me if they catch me with a ticket.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Maybe I just make my car look cool. So then I went that. I mean, occasionally you go out there and just kind of want to test your car.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? I should stay away from that.
Yeah.
So, because there's more than that than just racing too. Like car meets, like big car meets that come upon.
Yeah.
They get pretty big too.
Yeah.
You get people to come out, all types. You get like muscle cars, tuner cars.
Yeah. Back in the days, I actually had more love for the muscle cars than the import cars.
Really?
Because I just loved the way it looked, and maybe it might be I don't know. It might be just like the American thing. I just love the way it looked. It's just like that classic retro.
That American made stuff, huh?
Yeah, that too. But I mean, because maybe it's because I've always seen all those import guys. They always do a bad job with their kits. Their body kits.
Oh yeah.
And just
Those old school kits.
Yeah, I mean, I I had a lot of love for those who were able to do, just the simple things like just dropping your car.
Yeah.
I thought it still looked good that way,
Yeah.
But anyhow, so yeah, the community, because when I was your age, at 16, right, 18, getting into the car scene, all my friends love cars. I just felt like the odd one out because I had no interest in it.
Yeah.
What I had interest in was just making music, And when I did try to do the car thing, I destroyed two of them. The whole drifting thing.
Yeah.
So it never worked out for me.
Yeah.
But I can understand you guys love and passionate because it's building. It's creating something.
Yeah.
And I mean, oh my gosh, the pricing. I mean, the money that you guys spend on it, it's crazy. But I see that it's like it's your own canvas that you get to drive around.
Yeah.
The way I see it.
Yeah, it's kind of like that because after that, and then I wanted something faster or like something newer.
Yeah.
Because it got very exhausting and tiring fixing it up like a 20-year-old car.
Yeah.
That was just me. I'm like, dude, there's an oil leak. Your tires are wearing. This is leaking. This and that. It's like, oh, geez, just give me a new car already.
Yeah, no, that's how I felt.
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't know how you guys. I mean, I can understand it though. Like, for those who do know cars, like, oh, if you can fix it, you kind of understand. I mean, you kind of appreciate it.
Yeah.
You're like, it's. I mean, you're not scared of it.
Yeah.
Like a broken computer. Like a broken computer, people are like, I don't know how to fix that.
Like, give me a new one or buy me a new one, yeah.
Where, like a IT guy like me, I'll look at him like, oh, you just need a new power supply.
Yeah.
All it takes is like 1 second to swap it out. But you guys got to crank everything. It's heavy, man. I'm just like, oh, man. The headache just overwhelms me. But the love is there. The love is there.
Definitely.
And then the racing thing. When did you start racing? Or is this all more about looks for you?
I had both, but whenever we did racing, that was strictly in Mexico because it's illegal to race here. People know that you go race in Mexico because it's illegal. But yeah, so we would go out on drives like at night. A couple guys like, hey man, you guys want to go? Let's go for a cruise. So then we go like mountain running out there, and you just kind of like test yourself and test your car.
Yeah.
So like, okay, you want to know your limits because we were very young, very young and reckless.
Yeah.
So you just take your car up there, like, I could take this curb turn maybe like at 40. So you try to take it at 40, and you're like, whoa, you kind of like your reflex kicking. Okay, that was like kind of fast.
Yeah.
But it kind of gives you that thrill, that adrenaline rush that you feel.
Right.
Because once you're driving like that, you just feel like you're with the car, and you're like, wait, I'm driving, like, man, that's like I could feel it all.
Yeah, definitely.
So we did that. And then after that, we're like, you know what? I want my car to look cooler because it needs to look better, It needs to
What were you driving first before your WRX?
My Acura Integra GSR. It was a 96 green Integra.
Yeah, that was. I had a lot of friends who had that same car too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had that, but yeah. Then I finally got my WRX. After that, I wanted more of an upgrade.
Yeah.
So I got my WRX at the age of 21.
Mm-hmm.
Big help from my mom.
Mm-hmm.
She owns the car. She's the one who drives the 18 WRX.
Right.
But I just handed the money.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So I got my car on that, and honestly, it wasn't too hard depending on your priorities.
Yeah.
So I'm saying like I was getting probably like minimum saving and having my priorities straight where I wanted to spend it.
Yeah.
So like if you're thinking that you can like I'll get a brand new car, you can. People can.
Yeah.
I was able to get a brand new car at 21. I don't know. Everyone's situation is a little different, but depending on your priority, it's like how you want it. So by that time, I was working at Honda North, a dealership,
Yeah.
and I was a detailer there. So I'd wash cars, And I was like, I want a new car. I want something fast,
Yeah.
and I want something turbo. Ooh, that turbo.
Yeah.
So I worked there for I'd say maybe like 4 or 5 months, and I was able to save up $2,000 during that time.
Yeah.
And with that $2,000, I was able to make a down payment on a brand new car. So we went down SoCal. Before that, I was looking for like an STI, which is like the higher end model of the Subarus.
Yeah. Yeah.
So those are like used, but like almost 100,000 miles. I'm like, I don't want to deal with that.
Right.
You're dealing with someone else's
Someone else's
like
leftover.
wreck already, leftovers.
Yeah.
Like those sloppy seconds. And I'm like, I don't really want to deal with that. So we went to this dealership in Irvine, and then mom was like, just look around. Maybe you can get a brand new car. I said, okay, whatever. So I was looking around, and I'm like, oh, this red WRX car, man. I'm like, okay, this looks pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But I was like, also set on the STI that also like deprived of it. I'm so like, yeah, you want to go test drive? I'm like, I guess I'll go on a test drive. I remember getting in that car. I'm like, ooh, damn, these seats are like right on my love handles.
Yeah.
So it got me like feeling like a race car because it wasn't like my Integra.
Yeah.
So once I got on the test drive, you hear the turbo spill up. Ooh, I got juiced up, man. I was like, whew.
Yeah.
You hear the pole, you feel it. I'm like, it's all right because you got to throw that poker face on. You don't want to feel like it's all right.
Yeah.
And then so then we got to play like stick up face. So then we so we sat down, we talked about numbers, we saw it, started crunching. I'm like, okay, so what's that number we're looking at? It's like you're looking at around like 420. I was like, we'll think about it a little bit. So the more we thought about it, we're like, okay, maybe I can do it. At minimum wage, I was working full time too, so I had enough money. I'd say about a fourth of my paycheck for the month that would go towards my car.
Yeah.
And also insurance, which was like another 100. So 500 total just to own the car and have it insured. And honestly, I mean, depending where you work, like depending on your hours too, like you can. I think most people can do it. It's just like where your priorities are at.
Yeah.
Like now, like a lot of my money goes to food. And oh man, we always eat food.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could just be saving this up and like, making my car fast or make it look fast. But there's still a lot of money that goes in my car now. A lot more money than my Integra. I probably spent the same amount of like the money I bought my Integra on my car on the WRX right now.
Wow. Here's a crazy question. How much money? How many payments do you think you could have saved if you didn't buy things for your car and just put it into your car or pay it off?
A lot. I'd say.
Well, how many months do you think?
I can run like at least half a year.
Oh wow.
The amount of money.
Wow.
That'd have been like a lot of money that I can just like get ahead. But I was like, you know what? Nah.
See, that was my thing with cars, right? Because I just knew, man, no disrespect to your community, but I'm just I'm gonna play the contrarian role or just being the outsider with cars, right? I was always just scared, like, man, these things depreciate, man.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna invest in it, for me, I that's why I'm like I like the classic cars. At least there's a return in value.
Yeah.
Surprising, maybe, but I know that your guys' car, maybe not right now, might not have value. It probably depreciates now, but what will happen later? I think in like 20, 40 years, you guys are all gonna remember that moment when you guys had those cars, and you're like, damn, I want that car again.
Yeah.
And it's gonna become a classic, Especially, I think the WRXs and the STIs and the Evos.
Oh yeah. I was very close to getting Evo too.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with the Evo.
And I wanted to go back and talk about turbo. The first time you taste turbo. I remember the first time I tasted turbo. I was in a WRX. One of my cousins.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were at a funeral, and I haven't seen it in a while. And this is like the first time the STI came out too, and he got it. He was the first one to get one. And I remember we went. We had gone somewhere to go do, I think, like a little duty for the funeral, and that's the first time I ever felt torque and turbo.
Oh yeah.
My seat. I mean, I just felt the gravity pull me from the back.
Yeah.
And I launched back. I'm like, whoa, what the hell is that? And he wasn't even. He was just barely just going from first gear to second gear.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, you haven't felt anything yet, man. I go, what the hell is that? He goes, that's torque. And he's not a racer too.
Yeah.
He's a farmer's boy, man. And then I'm like, oh dang! And then he started showing off a little bit, and he kicked it off, right? And you just feel all like, oh my gosh! I just felt, I felt the gravity pull me back.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, dang, that's turbo. He goes, yeah, that's turbo, man. And then I remember the first time I heard a blow off valve, which I thought was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, dude, that was the first thing I got from my WRX.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I want my car to like, and then I heard it.
Jizz every shift, huh?
So like, I even made a video on YouTube about that because I was so excited. I wanted everyone to hear it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you just keep going off and on your throttle.
I got a question now. I don't really hear it as much as I did before, maybe because I'm not outside all that time. But like, is there a rule or law on how loud you can have your blow off valve?
No, but
or just people just.
I think people just do it to like do it.
I mean,
but most if like you're like pushing out very like a lot of horsepower or building so much turbo and you need to get rid of that pressure, that's what it's for.
Yeah, right.
But most people use it for sound. I used it for sound.
Oh, okay.
I just thought it sounded super sick. So I was like,
yeah.
But for the racing application, it's for when you have way too much pressure and you need to get rid of that pressure out.
Right.
So it blows out of your system, so you can build up that pressure again.
Right. Because I mean, when I was in high school, one of my buddy had it for his old, I think it's like 91 Supra, and that thing was loud, and he wasn't even going like he wasn't even punching it.
Yeah.
I just remember every gear. I'm like, damn, that thing's hell loud.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, man, sounds cool, huh? I'm like, golly, dang, what is that? He goes, it's a blow-up valve. I'm like, whoa, that's pretty cool, man. It makes a pretty cool sound. But you're not going any fast, man. Wow. Golly.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
No, that's how I remember. Those are the only things that I thought was interesting, And then, like, for me, the car stage when, how about, like, Pimp My Ride? You ever seen that show?
Oh, I have.
Yeah. Like,
when I was a kid, I honestly thought it was cool. I remember one episode they pimped up an ice cream truck.
Yeah.
And like I was like, I guess it's pretty cool. I mean, they've done all the lights, all this fog machine.
Yeah.
And they had they made like a robot arm. Like if you like your ice cream would come down and it'd give like the kid her ice cream. Like, oh man, that's so sick. Yeah. Those like spinners. I'm like, I thought it was cool as a kid.
Yeah.
Seeing back now, I'm like, damn, these are ridiculous. Like I don't know. They do like some. It's extreme. It's silly. It's silly.
It has nothing to do with performance or anything.
Yeah.
It's all looks, huh? I enjoyed it. I thought it was always cool. I'm like, God dang, you got TVs in there. You got, you got the best sound speakers. Because I'm a sound guy. My uncle used to always install decks for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I thought that was just so cool, and I didn't know like your speakers matter too, but then what mattered most was your deck.
Yeah.
If you had a cheap deck, your sound's gonna sound cheap. But if you had a nice deck, you can
get all your EQs, change it all up.
Yeah, that too. Even like your cheap on stock, your cheap speakers would sound pretty good.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I got that taste of wow now, and then adding subs in your car.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't think they do it now as much. At least I don't hear it, or what my uncle tells me, like. No one needs decks anymore because these brand new cars, the stereo sounds just as good.
Just as good, stock right out the factory.
Yeah, if not better. So we got about 4 minutes left, Jonathan.
4 minutes.
Let's quickly talk about your brand and your events that you're holding up.
Okay. So real slick. It's my brand I recently made. It's most people know it by now. You guys see me on Instagram, Facebook, on my YouTube. It's the brand that's I don't want people to think that I'm a car crew because I'm not. The real slick is just is my brand of saying this is like it's kind of like the middleman between like me and the car community and like for outsiders and people who want to be part of the car community and see like how it is and like what we do and like how people are.
Yeah.
Like if you know a lot of people are really shy out there, they don't come up to you, they don't like talk to you, but this is kind of like a gateway to see like how I am. I know I'm like I'm pretty sure I think I'm a down to earth guy. You know, come talk to me. I think I'm
Yeah.
approachable.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If you guys
Definitely.
ever see me at like Fresno meets, we do a lot of pop up meets. We do meets. Econ from Cali Shine is a big one coming up.
Yeah.
If you guys see me there, come get a free sticker. All my stickers are free. I just want I want people out there to like this is real slick and Johnny's a cool guy. So I'm like, yeah. So I want to welcome you to like the car community and the people I know. I know a lot of cool guys out there, cool
Yeah.
guys and girls. But I made real slick for that purpose and to like spread the word and the car community. We're gonna be future podcasts. We're gonna get a lot of people I know, tuners, big people in the car community, like on Facebook, and then a lot of videographers, photographers,
Yeah.
people hosting their events and car crews and stuff like that. So I hope you guys look forward to that, seeing more people come out.
Yeah, you've been doing a great job on that, man. I'm seeing you on social media, and I'm really proud of you. You took the initial step of just finally just jumping into it.
Yeah.
Once you had your logo, you went straight to it. You didn't even think about it. You're like, okay, let's start, branding, and you did it.
Yeah.
So I'm very proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, guys, and that is our show. Please stay tuned for next episode. Make sure to give us a good rating on iTunes, and if you enjoyed this, share it to a friend. And anything else you want to say to them, Jonathan?
Honestly, just thank everyone who's been supporting me since day one. A big shout out to my girlfriend Linda Mua. She's been by my side from the start. She helped me process a lot of this. Made me made certain decisions that I could help, figure out myself and
Yeah, definitely.
support to all you guys, my fans, my family, everyone who's been supporting me since day one. And I hope that we can get more content out. I hope we get out, and I hope we go out big.
Yeah, awesome. All right, guys, and you guys have a good one. All right.
See you guys then.